Hello everyone, welcome to Dinosaur Deeds. The podcast where we uncover the coolest, craziest, and sometimes slightly terrifying facts about dinosaurs. I'm your host Devansh, and today I'm whispering because we're talking about one of the smartest dinosaurs, the Velociraptor. And I swear, it was just behind me a second ago. Okay, I think it's gone now. Unless it's just pretending. Alright, let's get into it. The Velociraptor wasn't the biggest or the strongest of dinosaurs, but it was super clever. Basically, it chose brains over brawn. Unlike the T-Rex, who probably just went, me strong, me smash, smashy smashy. Now, here's the scary part. Velociraptors didn't hunt alone. They hunted in packs. Wait, could it be possible that there's more than one Velociraptor chasing me? So, imagine this. You're just chilling, minding your own business, and suddenly 10 to 12 Velociraptors mind your own business now. Yeah, no thanks. I'm out. The Velociraptors were like the T-Rex in terms of diet. They ate anything that walked past them. Velociraptors lived mostly in Mongolia. That means they lived far away from most other dinosaurs. The Velociraptors might sound terrifying, but they actually only weighed about 15 to 45 kilograms and were only half a meter tall at the hip, so small. But don't be fooled. These guys were fast, like 40 kilometers per hour fast. That's as fast as an ostrich. So next time you think about running away from a Velociraptor, bad plan. And their teeth sharp, like really sharp. One bite and I'm definitely not coming back for episode 4. But hey, even the Velociraptor had two main weaknesses. Number 1, it was small, so it could not hunt big animals. And the second weakness is that its bones were fragile. So the Velociraptor was fast, but also a bit delicate. So the next time you think that small things aren't smart, just remember the Velociraptor is small. That's it for today's episode of Dinosaur Deeds. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you stay very still and stay very quiet. And maybe don't go outside if you hear footsteps. See you next time if the Velociraptor doesn't eat you or me first. Phew! As I survived the Velociraptors from the last episode. And honestly, for one sole reason. Because the Carnotaurus showed up and tore them apart. That's why I decided to talk about the Carnotaurus. Oh wait, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Devansh, host of Dinosaur Deeds, the podcast where we explore different dinosaurs. And today we're talking about one of the most powerful dinosaurs,
The Carnotaurus.
I'm standing right now because the velociraptors from last episode tore my chair down, and they also tore my entire stage down, including the lights.
The Carnotaurus.
Was much like the T-Rex, eating anything in its path and choosing brawn over brains. But unlike the Tyrannosaurus Rex,
The Carnotaurus.
his face was squished and its eyes were pushed into its eye sockets. That's what made it look more terrifying. And here's something weird and unusual.
The Carnotaurus.
Had two tiny horns on its head that scientists are still figuring out the use for. Also, its arms teeny tiny. In the before episodes, I talked about how small the Tyrannosaurus Rex's arm was. But imagine
The Carnotaurus.
his arm was half the size of a Tyrannosaurus's arm. So yeah, not very useful. But don't be fooled. This giant creature could weigh up to 2,000 kilos and more. And it also was 7 to 9 meters long. Just a small side fact, it was discovered in 1984. It lived mostly in Argentina and other South American countries. And it pretty much terrified anything that walked past it. Makes sense since it looked terrifying. Its name means meat-eating bull. So I'm really scared. Even though
The Carnotaurus.
was big and bulky, it could run up to 56 kilometers per hour. That's as fast as an American antelope. That gives me the spooks. But as you might all know from the earlier episodes, all dinosaurs have at least two major weaknesses. And
The Carnotaurus.
did have to. The first one was that its arms were tiny, stiff, and could not move. So basically, to sum it up, useless. So it had to carry extra weight for nothing. Its second weakness was its jaw bite. You might think that a creature like the T-Rex must have a strong jaw bite. But it was actually really weak. And if you ever fight a
Carnotaurus.
watch out for its feet. They can crush you. But also, I have valuable advice from a dinosaur expert. Don't fight one. So, the next time you run into a
Carnotaurus.
just note that they are friendly. Or are they? In the next episode, we are going to talk about the smallest dinosaur. This is Devansh signing off from Dinosaur D. See you in the next episode. If the
Carnotaurus.
doesn't eat me first. Hello everyone. I'm Devansh, host of Dinosaur Deeds. And today, wait, are those rats I see? No, I don't think so. I think that they're the Compsog. What? The Compsog. I've spent an entire day studying this. That's why I look very tired and everything is unorganized. Okay, no, that is definitely a tongue twister. So let's not embarrass ourselves. From now, let's call it the Kompai. And that's the dinosaur we're talking about today. So the Kompai is tiny. Like really tiny. That's why I confused it with a rat. If dinosaurs had a small but scary category, this would win first place. So imagine this. You're just chilling, minding your own business, and then suddenly Kompai show up. Not one, not two, not even three. An entire pack of Kompais. Yeah, that's when things get serious and terrifying. Alone, adorable. In a pack, absolute chaos. Now imagine you have to compro with the Kompai. Oh wait, sorry, so silly of me. I mean compromise with the Kompai. Yeah, nope, definitely not happening. And there is no negotiation. The Kompais have already chosen and you're on the menu. So how small were they? They weighed only 1 kg and were 75 centimeters long. That's like a dinosaur version of a skinny house cat. Except this house cat does not want cuddles. Its name means elegant jaw. Elegant, really. I think the person who named him was being really generous. They're more like dinosaurs on a diet. They mostly eat insects and other small animals. They really need a nutritionist. Someone really has to tell them to sit down in a civilized manner and eat a sandwich or another type of normal food. Oh wait, do not give them a sandwich or any other type of food. The Kompais were originally discovered in Germany but lived all across Europe. The person who discovered the Kompais was called Joseph Oberdorfer. That's also like a tongue twister. Anyways, if I discovered that terrifying creature, I would run away and pretend that I didn't see anything. I would bury it again so no one would discover the terrifying creature that it is. The Kompais look small and terrifying. They have big, round, cute, innocent eyes and are alert and are really quiet. Too quiet. It's awfully quiet here. I don't like it. I feel like the Kompais are watching me. The Kompais lived in the late Jurassic period. That means they were like the grandparents of the Velociraptors and the Tyrannosaurus. They were discovered in 1859. And now here's the scary part. They could run up to 65 kilometers per hour. That's as fast as a greyhound. And I don't mean the bus, I mean the dog. So basically, at this point, you can't outrun them. You can't outthink them. You can't negotiate with them. Just accept your fate. The Kompai was not about brute force or strength. It was about brains. Like other dinosaurs like the Archaeopteryx and the Oviraptor that we are going to talk about later. So basically, this dinosaur chose brains over brawn. And that is more dangerous because smart plus fast plus hungry equals, oh my god, destructive. Oh, thank you. Wait, no. Take it away. Kompais love food. Any food, all food. They will eat the sandwich, they will eat me, they will eat the chair, they will eat the table, possibly even the entire podcast. Take it away. No. Phew. Thanks. That was close. Okay, I think we're safe for now. That's all for today's episode of Dinosaur Dates. In the next episode, we are going to talk about the Allosaurus. Until then, stay safe, stay quiet, and if you see something small chasing you, run, but you might already not come back for the next episode. So, stay safe. This is Devansh signing off from Dinosaur Dates.